Hello everybody, what's up? I am the Sports Judge. Welcome to the channel. Man, the Boston Celtics escaped with a 133-128 overtime win over the Indiana Pacers in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on Tuesday night. It was wild, it was thrilling, it was nail-biting. This game came down to the wire. Every basket mattered, every foul mattered, every play mattered, every turnover. It all mattered. Whatever way you slice it, questionable, overreacting, officiating ruined a great game in a sense. But you can't put it all on the officiating. And you know me, I never like to see a game decided based on technicality, but it happens often in sports. Countless fouls, hack jobs, no calls, which were totally overlooked. Still a great game. My takeaway from this game is that the Pacers showed clearly they can hang with the Boston Celtics. They showed they can beat them. Boston may have won Game 1, but Indiana proved it belongs in the Eastern Conference Finals. The officiating was terrible and extremely biased, but this is what I call a self-inflicted loss. In a way, the Pacers did it to themselves with their silly mistakes, costly turnovers, bad decisions, and sloppy play. But it's a 7-game series, so they have a chance to redeem themselves. They got plenty of time, more than enough time to correct it. If you want to win this series, you can't throw away winnable games like this one and expect to beat a team like the Boston Celtics 4 times this series. That's not going to happen. So they have some things to clean up. They have some things they need to correct going into Game 2. Got to take better care of the ball. That's number 1. Take care of the ball. And yes, the refs need to let them play and swallow the whistles, because this will enhance the product and the intensity of each game. But at the same time, Indiana must do a much better job of maintaining competitiveness and cut down the careless mistakes that will cost them every time, because a team like the Boston Celtics will make you pay every time and capitalize on that. Keep it simple. Don't get too cute. You want to simplify the game. Try not to do anything fancy. They're not a bad team. They are long, fast, athletic, can score and move the ball well. The only aspect of the game where Indiana was superior was on offense, and even then, at times it was sloppy because they couldn't take care of the basketball. They kept turning over the basketball. Every opportunity they got, they was turning it over. There were momentum shifting shots in this game from Indiana, and the heavy underdogs overcame multiple double-digit deficits, including a 12-0 run by the Celtics to open the game. But the turnovers hurt them. The Pacers gave it away 22 times. You can't give the ball away 22 times and expect to win a basketball game. That's not going to happen, folks. They forced a terrible inbound pass late, even though they had a timeout to spare. It was just ugly and sloppy. Halliburton gave the ball away, gave the game away with ball handling mistakes, decision making, and turnovers. It was also absolutely awful. Just awful situational defense by Halliburton when he pressed high on Derek White going over the screen. Just way too many turnovers. He lost the ball multiple times. Now, Halliburton did lead Indiana with 25 points and 10 assists, including a pair of buzzer-beating three-pointers to end both the second and third quarters. 7 different Pacers players scored points, so they were able to score the ball and shoot efficiently, but Boston found a way to survive behind Brown's clutch 3 and the poise and presence of two-way guard Drew Holiday, who I really like a lot. I mean, this guy is incredible on both ends of the floor, but it was just the boneheaded mistakes and defensive meltdowns by Indiana. There were wild passes, bad passes, horrible turnovers, and wide open shots that missed badly. They got burned for not fouling Boston with a 3-point lead. That play was the difference in the game and probably decided the outcome of the game. In that situation, you have to foul. Instead, they allowed Jaylen Brown to catch in the corner and raise up for the game tying 3. After the game, Kyle Lau and Halliburton said the intent was to foul. Brown caught the pass, faced up to the basket. Pascal Siakam was there to foul and instead made a quick and smart decision to not risk fouling on a 3-point attempt. You foul there, and what happens? If you foul there, that would have likely put the Celtics up by 1. Brown caught the ball where he did only because Siakam was trailing so far behind off the misdirection screening action that Boston ran. If anything, Indiana should have been devoted to playing defense, especially on the perimeter. You have to lock down the perimeter on that possession. You have to. Anything inside the arc at that point doesn't matter. Who cares if they get a 2? Indiana wasn't guarding the 3. TJ McConnell was guarding Derek White, and if he had switched onto Brown, he would have been able to beat Brown to the spot and either deflect the pass or get in the corner and foul him on the catch. And while McConnell was stuck with White, it forced Siakam to chase Brown from a step behind, and by the time he arrived, it was too late. It was too late. Brown had already, raised up and fired the shot, and it went in. It was a tough shot. Give Brown credit for burying that shot. I picked the Celtics to win this series anyway because they have the depth, size, and the firepower to outlast the Indiana Pacers in the 7-game series. I think Drew Holiday is the best two-way player in the NBA. Watching him lock down Halliburton the way he did in overtime was absolutely beautiful defense. I mean, you can't play defense any better than that. Derek White can score. He can make plays defensively. But the reality is that this series can easily go 7 because the Pacers can score, and they showed yesterday that they can hang with the Boston Celtics. They have a superstar in Halliburton, and who knows? Had he not committed all the turnovers that he did, they probably could have won this game and probably should have won the game. It cost them. Indiana must play a cleaner game in Game 2 if they want to tie this series and make it a brand new series. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. Thanks for tuning into my content. As always, love it. Really appreciate y'all. We'll talk very soon. I'm checking out of here now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the game. Peace, everyone. Have a good night.